All right, your next exercise is to take what you've learned from our previous tutorial, setting up the key test for Dolly's walk, and I want you to create a key test for a walk for her male compatriot Olly. So here is Olly here, and his rig is identical to Dolly's rig. Pretty much control for control. In fact, I think exactly control for control. It's exactly the same rig, so you should be familiar with all the controls. What's going to be different is the proportions. He's got much different proportions. He's got a different kind of sense of personality, even from his neutral pose, than Dolly has. And so you're going to need to make some different posing decisions as you create these key poses and create your key test. Now remember, it's very, very important to remember, I don't want full animation. I want a key test. I just want those hold keyframes, and I want them timed out so that the key test has a nice rhythm and a nice pacing to it. But don't work ahead. Once again, just focus on these key poses for right now. When you begin working with Olly, you'll use the same procedure that we've been using all the way along. I'm going to do a Command A to select all the controllers, and I'm going to hit the U key to open up all of the attributes that I have keyframes on. Now, I haven't put keyframes on every attribute. The attributes that you will not need or that I kind of don't want you messing with have I've taken the keyframes off. Those are still there, but the keyframes are off for now. Please do not use any additional controls for this particular exercise. If you've had some experience with character, that's fine, but I just want everybody to show me a good, solid, well-crafted, but simple walk. And adding things like shoulder movement or hip roll or other things like that are just going to get in the way. So just show me that basic kind of vanilla walk that we went through with Dolly. That's what I'm looking for, but it's going to need to work with this rig and the peculiar issues that you're going to run into with this particular rig. Now, as you're building these poses, and as you could see from the last lesson, you're going to have to deal with a lot of technical stuff with the rig. It's a lot of attributes and numbers and things you got to balance and figure out. And I don't want you to lose sight of the true art that you are performing, which is posing. And I don't want you to forget, while you're struggling with the tech part of this, you can't lose sight of what we're really trying to do here. So don't forget about strong, bold lines of action through the figure as you pose him. Don't forget about the quality of and the interest of the silhouette. Think about how the character is balanced so that he looks like the weight is distributed correctly over his feet. So all of those things need to be considered as you're posing. So just remember that we're creating a performance. We might be having to use a lot of techie tech to get there, but at the core, we want to make Olly come to life. Once you're done with your key test and you've got your keys made and blocked and timed out, then you're going to go ahead and render from the render comp here where we have him placed. Here, let's go back to our standard setup here, where we have him placed inside the same panning scene. I went ahead and gave you a couple extra seconds here just so you can get a nice long test to look at once you get these put together. And you're going to want to follow the same procedure that I used in the last tutorial about adding the looping expression, the timer map, the keyframes for the timer map, and the looping expression to get Olly's key test to loop continuously while the background pans behind him. And once again, you can control the speed of the panning background with this slider right here. Don't worry about matching that exactly. It's really hard to judge with just a key test, but just kind of feel it out so it feels right to you based on the speed that Olly seems to be walking in his key test. We'll do fine-tuning with that once we're finished with the in-betweening and finessing process that we'll do in our next lesson. Good luck!
Yeah.